The crew's eyes turned to me, their curiosity palpable. The hum of the starship's engines filled the brief silence as I gathered my thoughts. Earth. How could I even begin to describe it? Well, I started, leaning back in my chair. Earth is a lot of things. It's not just one thing, like mostly ocean or covered in plants. It's a mix of everything. We've got vast oceans, sure, huge, deep, and full of life, but we also have massive continents with deserts, mountains, forests, and sprawling cities. It's like a patchwork quilt of environments. The crew exchanged glances, intrigued but clearly wanting more. I could see the skepticism in their eyes. How could one planet have so much variety? Take the oceans, for example, I continued. They cover about 70% of the surface, but they are not all the same. Some parts are warm and tropical, filled with colorful coral reefs and fish. Others are cold and dark, with creatures that look like they are from another world. And then there are the islands. Some are tiny, barely more than a speck of sand, while others are huge, like the one I'm from, called Australia. It's so big it's considered a continent, but it's surrounded by ocean. The crew member from the ocean planet nodded, a hint of understanding in their expression. So your planet is mostly water too, then? Not exactly, I said. The land masses are significant. We have 7 continents, each with its own unique landscapes. There are places like the Amazon rainforest, which is so dense and green it could rival your green planet. But then there are also places like the Sahara Desert, where it's just endless sand and scorching heat. And mountains, some so tall they have snow on top even near the equator. The crew member from the green planet tilted their head, their antennae twitching with curiosity. So your planet is a balanced. Half water, half land. I chuckled. Not exactly balanced, but diverse. And then there are the cities. Oh, the cities. Some are ancient, with buildings that have stood for thousands of years, while others are modern, with skyscrapers that seem to touch the sky. Millions of people live in them, all crammed together, creating this energy. It's hard to explain unless you've been there. The crew fell silent for a moment, processing my words. Finally, the captain spoke up. It sounds like Earth is chaotic. How do you manage to live in such a place? I smiled, feeling a pang of homesickness. It is chaotic, but that's what makes it beautiful. There's always something new to discover, something different to experience. It's not perfect, far from it, but it's home. And I think that's what makes it special. It's not just one thing, it's everything, all at once. The crew nodded slowly, their expressions a mix of awe and disbelief. I could tell they still didn't fully understand, but that was okay. Earth was hard to explain, even for those of us who had lived there our whole lives. It was a planet of contrasts, of beauty and chaos, and I wouldn't have it any other way.